The following program is a collection of dudes talking about the happenings in the CrossFit world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions, especially those of JY, do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of others on the show. It's not even an official statement of CrossFit. If you take things out of context, get the fuck out. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to The Spin, December 18th. And we are pleasantly joined by the one and only Erica Folo.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I had a chaotic day, but we finished off. I'm on barbell spin, which is awesome. You know, I had mixed feelings because you guys called me.
No, not you guys. It's
what are you
you
talking about?
guys down
But
here.
What, called you great?
I didn't think I'd be able to make it, to be honest. I was really set on getting an iPhone today, and it didn't happen. Maybe later tonight, but I've been trying to get an iPhone for like literally 3 weeks now, so my phone doesn't work. So it's really not good for
What'd
anyone.
you do to it? Is it old?
It's old and it's really just run out of storage. I don't know if anyone else runs into the situation. Like I don't even have anything really on my phone. And
Like the cache or whatever it's called takes up all the space. Yeah. I've
my
had that.
storage is like 30 gigs of like iPhone iOS, and I can't even update it. So it's not good for anyone. I can't do any fun videos, can't record anything. So hopefully tonight will be the night that I get a phone. Pardon?
Yeah, I know you told. Did Hiller tell you that you had to make a new Instagram post every day? Is that?
I'm trying to hold myself accountable and post almost every other day, and I've been doing good so far. It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah, you're on Monday. For those who may not know, I don't know how they don't. Hiller made it his way all the way up to Canada to do a little, I guess, documentary video. How did that go down? Like, did he reach out to you? Did you were you like, yeah, sure? Or I don't know.
He reached out to me, and when he did, I was scared.
Really?
I was really scared because I thought he was going to just call me out on something. So I talked to a few people, and they're like, no, it'd be a good idea. It'd be fun. And I was like, okay, sure. So then we planned it. And when it came down, like, it was awesome. He's like one of my best friends now.
Yeah, he's way nicer than people think. I think people think he's going to be like a dick when they meet
so
him.
Nice.
And he's not a dick at all.
Not
and
at all.
He's really helpful with like my posts and stuff. Like I'll ask him for like feedback or like, yeah. So he's been really great. And we had so much fun the past 2 days he was here. When he was there, we did so many things. It was pretty crazy, to be honest. He even sat in on like some of my therapy, which is intense. I was like, dang. You get to see a whole new side of me that not a lot of people get to see. So
I was going to say, I don't know if I would let somebody sit in on therapy with me. John's,
like
you're not sitting in the room, John.
my sports therapist, she's really
What the
cool.
freak are you
And, like,
sad about, bro?
She's cool, and we didn't talk like crazy, but like we just did surface level, like talked about event 6 and all that kind of thing, going through it. And I'm glad I did, because a lot of people got to see a side that I don't think many people show on the internet. It's kind of hard. So I'm happy that he came and everything. It was pretty cool.
Were you a little nervous about the documentary coming out?
What document? Like mine?
Your video.
Yeah.
Your video.
Oh, was
Sorry.
I nervous about it? No. I was like, this is me. If people don't like it, you know. I was a bit nervous of the comments of the food, and that is what, you know, I knew it was going to happen. But to be honest, he did the macaroni and the mozzarella sticks. It's not like I eat those every day.
Just
Those are
every
my
other day.
favorite foods.
That's what you get when you make Instagram posts.
Gotcha. You should try a 20-piece chicken nugget from McDonald's because it's delicious, girl.
But yeah, like it made it seem like I was eating that every day, and I think people were like, I can't believe that's what she eats, but I don't eat that every day. They're just two of my favorite foods.
Also, so I heard that you like Nesquik.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Have you tried Ovaltine?
No. Hiller said that too. I was like, what even is that? What is it?
No one in the last 100 years have drank Ovaltine besides Sean.
So Ovaltine is at Walmart or like whatever store that you go to. I don't know what they do in Canada, but there's got to be
Walmart.
Yeah. It's in there. Okay, just look for it. It's in the coffee bean aisle typically.
Okay.
It is like Nesquik, just better.
Is it powder or liquid?
Yeah. No, it's powder. Like it's
malt.
I don't know how I feel about the powder in milk though.
Oh, girl.
You drink milk from a bag. What are you talking about?
You're missing out. Dude, if I had bags, Erica, I would just put a whole Ovaltine in my bag and just
in the bag and drink it.
And then just drink it out like that, and it would be the most.
Yeah, you guys don't have bag milk. I also think that's weird.
Try it once and then tell me you can.
Yeah, maybe I'll do a review on it.
Yeah, do it. I'm telling you, Ovaltine is the way. If I can get you on Ovaltine, then we can just make a whole Ovaltine comeback.
How do you spell it?
Ovaltine.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen this in the store. It looks kind of messed.
What does that mean?
The packaging.
You're speaking.
Yeah.
Oh, that is not what my Ovaltine looks like. Hold on. What's it? Hold on.
That's the Canadian version of it.
But I did hit a huge milestone for myself today, which I was pretty proud about. I got 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Nice. I know that was Hiller's goal.
I guessed you were way over that already.
No, and people are gonna chirp me again for my eating, but I bought myself an ice cream cake and ate it.
The whole
and
thing.
It said, "Yay, 10K" on it. Oh, you can't see the cake.
Yeah, there it is.
There.
Nice.
So I'm proud of that. Happy about that. Thank
John,
you.
show her your Ovaltine. She missed it.
Yeah, let's see it.
Oh, right there. Yeah, it looks yummy, right? And I have heard
Canadian version is.
I've heard, and I don't know this for a fact, but I have heard if you drink a certain amount of Ovaltine, 90-pound lunges are the easiest thing in the world. That's what I've heard.
It was 70-pound lunges.
Oh, my bad. My fault.
Even better.
I'm thinking in terms of
I actually did a lot of lunging today with the 70-pound dumbbells, so we're working on it.
So you're good. You're good.
We're working on it.
When you scheduled it with Hiller, like, did you plan your day? Like, do anything different? Like, how did you kind of approach that? Like,
so no, like, not really. I kind of he came originally. I thought he was going to come. Like, the reason why I planned a Wednesday, Thursday was that he'd get me coaching. So I'd look like a good coach, but he didn't even get me coaching. So
that's
he had to leave that morning. He had to leave Thursday morning. So no, he kind of didn't. He came on the wrong days, to be honest. I was expecting the Thursday, but we did everything that I normally do. I love going to the mall. I get treatment on Wednesdays, therapy Thursdays.
You and John both. You two are the same fucking person.
What are you talking about, brother?
John, we literally
John's a
had
big
a
mall
conversation.
guy.
You said I love malls.
They were giving me so much crap about liking malls. I was like, guys, malls are awesome.
I love going to the mall.
There was,
I really do.
That's what I said. I guess it comes out a little different when a guy says it. Maybe it's one of those things. But I said that, and there was like a deaf silence for like 10 seconds. And they just made me feel so bad about it. And I think malls are great.
It's a good way to get your steps in too.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be outside.
And you can people watch, and then there's food court that you get to eat when you're hungry.
There it is. There it is.
And a lot of malls have movie theater. Like, you can do a whole day at the mall.
Yeah, it's true. So no, we kind of we did what I normally do. Nothing really different. It was hilarious because he had to sit in the back seat the whole time because my car won't open like in the video. So like the whole time I basically was his Uber for 2 days, which was hilarious. That's what I think I found like the funniest.
That video, and I think Tyler, even you wrote an article on it. Like,
Yeah.
That was
for all the
probably
shit
one
that
of the-
we talked about you. I tried to make it up in the article.
Okay. We need to visit
It's
this.
fine.
Okay. I feel like I was the very first one to be on.
You
Erica.
were on. You said YOLO.
I was like,
you were-
listen, y'all. This girl is gonna be the next thing that, like, the next person we haven't heard about that makes the game, that makes like a just out of nowhere. Now she's a games material girl. This is it. This is the one. And everybody told me I was wrong, Erica.
No,
everybody.
Erica.
They
like,
all
no
told
offense.
me. They just like Austin Hatfield. They all told me I was on crack. And then you're like top 5 after the first 3
Yeah,
workouts.
I really
Yeah.
shook people up a little.
No, and it's I don't expect you to do it in the first year, but and now we're gonna make me out like I'm the bad guy because I just said what happened.
No, he was singing your praises. We didn't know who you were, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
John's like, Folo, and we're like, shut up, John. Like, you're just trying to plant a seed in hopes that it, and then like, son of a bitch, if like on day 2 we're like, well, all right then, John. I
Yeah.
guess John called it. So
Senior analyst.
no, we were
Yeah.
really excited watching you because it was like John was like, it gave us something to root for, and then like you looked great out there, so it was really fun.
Yeah. It was a really fun semifinal for me up until like literally that last day. But it wasn't even the last day. It was like just the last event. Like the first 2 events were okay, but the last event really capped it off for me as like a shitty weekend. And then now that I can look back, like it was an awesome weekend for me. Like it was my first time competing as an individual against like top athletes in the East. Like, and I feel like I didn't really take it in when I was there, that I was like in the last heat for like 2 days of the weekend, which is sick. So a lot of things I learned too, that I'm like going to carry with me. But yeah, I definitely really shook up the leaderboard on that last event.
Listen, Rich had to fall. If Rich had not fallen off the rope, we
Yeah.
might not have had the 4-time champ.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to fall once, right?
Yeah, I just remember I was like, when I crossed the finish line, they're like, the guy came beside me to like hold me for the drug test. And I was like, can I leave right now? And he's like, no. And I was like, damn it. And then I
Can you
felt bad
sample
because
my
I didn't wanna
tears?
watch Emma. Yeah. I was like, I want to leave right now, but then I didn't, which I'm happy I didn't because I wanted to watch Emma and like everyone.
Did you know that you were going to be that good, or did you not really know? And we're like, we're just gonna see what happens.
I genuinely had no idea. Like I had goals in mind, like I talked about in the video. Like I didn't say it out loud, but I would have loved to make the games. And I was like scared to say it because it's intimidating to say it. But going into the weekend, I genuinely had no idea what I would compare, like how I would compare. And I just remember the first event, I came in on like the 3rd run or something, and I was feeling like kind of good. And I just kept smiling because I was like shocked that I was able to like run with the top girls. And like, I was just like, is this actually real? Like, I couldn't believe it. So genuinely, I had no idea going into the weekend. I trained with Emma a little bit. We did a training camp type thing up in Southampton, and she was crushing in every workout. And I was like, that's expected.
She's the second fittest woman in the world. Like
I was
so.
expecting that. So I was kind of like, oh, we'll see where I end up. And yeah, I was really shocked that I was able to stay where I was for like most of the weekend.
And then you mentioned in the documentary that you just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah.
What was that week after? Like, do you just like ignore everything
Oh
and
my
just
God.
shut
So-
down?
Does your phone not work again?
The funny thing is I originally had a flight booked home the next morning at like 6 a.m., like really early. And I remember talking to my friend who came down with me. I was like, that flight is going to be the best flight of my life because I've made it to the games, or I'm going to be miserable. And the thing is, I didn't even end up taking the flight. I literally left the stadium, packed up my Airbnb, and just drove home with my parents that night. I was like, I want to get the hell out of Tennessee. So I canceled my flight. Just lost the money on that and just drove home with my parents.
At least you were with parents though. Like that. I mean, that was probably,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's better than, I would think flying by yourself and going through the whole just rigmarole of
And
the
that early
airport.
in
Like
the morning,
I get that. I
already
get
hate
that.
waking up early. So I knew that I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh, fuck, this sucks.
Yeah.
And then I'd go on the flight, I'd be pissed.
John also hates waking up early.
Stop, Tyler. What's bad is I probably wake up earlier than you every single day.
I hate waking up early. I literally can't get up at, like tomorrow I have to wake up early to swim. And I dread it every Wednesday night.
Why are you swimming anymore?
Why am I swimming?
Yeah.
Because I'm awful.
Yeah,
Because
but
I'm awful.
Erica, we're not gonna swim anytime soon, girl. That's what he's saying.
Well, Josh has said he's like it's also just good for like aerobic work, and it's my active recovery day, which doesn't feel like an active recovery day in the pool. Let me tell you, it feels like a full zone 5 workout. But
Well, that's your problem.
She's just doing sprints in the pool.
Maybe just learn how to breathe, girl. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like
I think the worst part is like everyone that I swim with is 60 plus, and they
They're
pass.
amazing.
Smoke you.
They're amazing.
They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
And I'll just be sitting there like, holy crap, they are good. So it's good practice. I need to know how to swim, aerobic, and it's easy on the body. So
Yeah, that happened to me too. I went to I can go from one end to the other. That's about it.
Yeah.
Then my muscles start cramping up, and I completely muscle the whole thing. Right. Like
I genuinely think Hiller didn't expect me to be that bad. Like, I think he was like, "Oh, you're not that bad," and then he saw me swim. He's like, "Damn." Like a 4.2. A 4.2 is a pretty bad rating. He rated me a 4.2.
Oh,
It's okay though.
close to 5 though.
It is, and 5 to me is like
that's
take
average.
It. My swimming coach actually just texted me. I don't know why, but
He's here. He's like, all right, that's enough. we got to fix it.
We're cut. No, I actually think he wanted to talk to me about my form a little bit because I actually never had filmed myself swimming before. So when Hiller came out with the video and I saw it, I was like, oh, that's way worse than I thought. So I think he wants to go over some technique stuff because I never see him in person. So I think he wants to do a call to talk about some things that could use some work.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you were not, there's a chance you did not want to compete anymore.
Yeah.
I assume that's kind of turned around now.
Yeah. I think and people joke about it all the time, like my close friends. I'll go through like a bad day at the gym, like, that's it, I'm quitting CrossFit. And I'll just throw it out in the air. And they're like, okay, give her like 3 days. And I always do it. But especially after semis, I just remember being like, I never want to do this again. I was so upset with how everything ended. And like, I think more because when I picked up the dumbbells, I genuinely was like, oh my God, I've made the games. Like, I feel like I went through such a high. And then like, as soon as I got no reps and I had to carry the dumbbells back, I genuinely was like, my grip took a bigger toll than I thought. So then when I couldn't carry them, I was like, oh my God, this isn't actually happening. And then people started passing me and I was like, oh shit. So
when you wanted to quit, what was it that you were saying, like, this is why I want to quit? And then on the other end, when you came back, what was it that was like, no, I still want to do this?
I think how the event finished, and I think how hard I tried throughout the whole year, like, again, I only looked at that single event at the end of things. So like, I was just like, well, I'm not good enough. I could have finished the last event. That's it. I'm not good enough. Like, I want to carry on, get a job, do a 9 to 5 and just make money like elsewhere. I also was thinking about like, I do enjoy like going out with friends and that kind of thing. So I was like, oh, 9 to 5 and then Saturday, Sunday off. That'd be pretty nice. And then I quickly realized that, especially when the winter comes and like everyone's head's kind of down and working, like I would love to be in the gym rather than like training, rather than like working another job, like a desk job or anywhere really. So I think what made me turn it around was when Jack made that comment to me and was like, do you just like having this time off in the summer? Because I love the summer. I don't know what it is. I like tanning and I like going out to the beach with my friends, and I don't like being in the gym. So
I try to make a point of that in the article. We've seen so many of the younger athletes drop out in the past couple years, and I think it's of my opinion that it's because they don't have much of a life outside the gym. Like when you live a normal life, it's less stressful somehow. Like even
Yeah.
if you go out and drink and like have a little bit of fun, like
Yeah.
it's a break.
Yeah.
And so
It's
I think it's
nice.
super important that you continue to do that and be.
Yeah. And like that's why when I think I took a photo. Oh, it's so funny. I took a photo and it was like I think it was August 20th or something, the day I decided to quit CrossFit. That was like my day. And I remember texting my therapist and I texted my friends. I'm like, guys, I made this decision. I'm done. And they're like, oh, okay. And then I remember them sitting me down and being like, are you sure? Like, we can talk about this. It was my 3 friends in the video, Lindsay and Brett and Neil. I went to their house for dinner and they're like, okay, well, whatever you want to do, but like, are you sure you're not jumping to conclusions? I was like, no, I need a break. I'm done. So then I texted Josh and Sean, and then like I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks into my break of like trying to find a job, and I was like, oh gosh, this is stressful. This is just as stressful actually. And then I was like hungover like 3 times, and I was like, do I really like this? I don't even know if I like this. So I feel like I really tried to force the normal life real quick. And then I was like, maybe I do like the life that I already have with training and stuff. So again, the break is great and it's needed, but I do like the routine of going to the gym and sticking into my routine of like food, tracking macros, all that kind of thing. So I quickly realized that like I'm not ready to stop yet.
And you qualified for tier Wodapalooza. So you'll be down there.
I did. This is my first time going to Miami. Second time going to Miami, but first time going to Wodapalooza.
So you said that was like it's like your first competition back from that. Do you have any expectations, goals? Are you just happy to be back on the competition floor?
Yeah, I think I'm more just focused on getting back on the floor and enjoying it. Like having a like truly like just embracing everything and not putting too much pressure on my placing. Because Josh, we talked about it and he's like, it's just a good way to see where you're at. And he's like, whatever you struggle with, he's like, that's what we'll work on in training afterwards, especially for the season. I genuinely just want to have like a good feeling going onto the floor again, because like all I still think about, like, yes, I've gone through all the events and like proud of how semis went. I still like, you still have that feeling of like how the last event ended. So I want to be able to go onto the floor and like truly enjoy it and appreciate it and realize why I still love it. So that's kind of going to be priority for Wodapalooza. No team, just individual.
And
You've
then,
never been to Wodapalooza, right?
No.
Oh, you'll have a great time.
Yeah, I'm excited. It looks really fun.
The
registration fee it's expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm really like, I'm excited. I think it will be good.
And the women's field typically for Wodapalooza has been pretty wide open. Like the men's field is usually decently competitive at the top with like the top tier games athletes, but the women's field, it's hit or miss. Like what I'm saying is you got a shot to play really well. Is what I'm saying. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I know a lot of I know Emma's doing team. I don't know of many girls competing, to be honest. Annika's doing it because we did the qualifiers together, so I'm pretty sure she's in.
I think Laura's doing it. Horvath, right? Didn't she announce she was doing Wodapalooza?
I think she might be doing it. Sydney Wells.
But don't worry, girl. There's deficit handstand push-ups. They're both out. You're good to go.
There's no swimming though.
That's true. Emily Rolfe.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Brooke Wells.
This feels pretty stacked. I don't know what you're saying.
Laura Horvath. Alexis Raptis.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
Well, this is more stacked than normal. Then last year was Paige Powers was the best girl.
That was 2 years ago.
What was last year?
Oh.
No, Ariel and Gabby was there last year.
Was it? No. I'm saying what was last year? Emma Carey.
Yeah.
And Danny Spiegel.
Last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So it is more stacked than normal. All right.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. I hope you do great.
Enjoy it. We're gonna.
It's
have
a great
good
time.
weather. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it will be really fun,
Yeah.
and
And
it's
then
hopefully good weather. That would be great.
you'll
There's
get at least
always a
you'll at least
storm.
get one day of good weather in Miami
Yeah.
in January.
Was it the same weekend last year, or
No, they moved it back one weekend.
so maybe it will be better this?
I hope
Yeah.
so.
That
I hope so.
So it's gonna rain for an hour, no matter what, where you're at in South Florida. It rains for an hour every single day. But if you catch it at the right time, you don't even know it rained.
That's
Right.
true.
That's how Florida works. It's really
And it's a
tricky.
new location, right?
yeah, it's on
Yeah, I
the
don't
beach.
think that affects the weather though.
My
Maybe we're closer to the water.
Miami
Right.
Beach pays extra to get that routed around.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're right on the beach. My Airbnb is right on the beach too.
I like how we're on the water, but we're not going in the water. Like,
we're
it's-
on the water. They said there will be a lot of events on the sand.
Oh,
It's probably
Yeah.
probably like a 5K run in the sand then. So
My guess is it could have another stadium like they did in California, where they have one that's just sand. So
A sand stadium?
like a sand, like the floor is sand.
like SpongeBob SquarePants, girl.
If you go back and watch the Tier Wodapalooza SoCal.
Oh, okay.
Was it Sunday morning? They moved all the objects.
that
Yes.
was
So they're
hilarious.
just carrying stuff on the sand. So
Yeah.
Interesting.
It'll be better than running in 0-degree weather.
It would
Yeah.
be great if they did like a 10-person heat of that.
we're just carrying stuff across.
Yeah. And only Emily has to roll the ball. Everybody else can do what they want.
I just hate the sand in the shoes. Like, do you not wear shoes? Like, sand in shoes is awful.
Then don't wear it.
Wear those Vibrams. The 5-finger
I
toe
don't
shoes.
think that'll help.
Oh, those
It'll
are
help.
awful.
She had no idea what you were saying.
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't talk about the brand.
There's what is it called? Gaiters, where you can wear on your shoes and it keeps sand from getting into them.
Maybe it's a Croc situation. That's probably
Well,
where
they
it'll
wore
pay
them in
off.
Dubai. So in Dubai, when they ran the
Oh.
4K with the weight vest and the 4K without the weight vest, everybody had gaiters on. I think 2019. It was evident the people that had them on who didn't,
Versus
because
not.
it made you slower and faster because
Yeah.
you kept sand out of your shoes. I think
The
they're called
wrestling-
gaiters. I don't know what they're called, but I think it's gaiters. But
Get you some wrestling shoes that lace up to like above your heel.
Yeah. I have a bad history with wrestling. Have you guys heard that?
No.
Tell us the wrestling story.
So last year, I think it was April, the WWE contacted me.
Okay.
And
Solid.
What?
If that is the case, I do want 10% on YOLO Folo. I did come up with that. That's
I did a tryout for the WWE in Philadelphia in April during quarterfinals, during team quarterfinals.
and
And
Yeah, and?
it crushed me. I was the only Canadian. They were all Americans, and I died. It was so hard. It was like, it wasn't my thing for sure. Not my thing.
What did
what was
trials
hard
look
about
like?
it? Yeah.
So there was physical testing. So you had like a long jump, a vertical, and a throw, like a med ball throw. And I was fine with that stuff. That stuff
I was like,
signed
you
me
were
up any
crushing
day.
that, girl.
And then there was in-ring sessions, which was insane. And they
Did
had
you train for that at all?
No. I practiced rolling a little bit, like not thinking what I was getting into. Because they sent you this little intro video and they're like, oh, practice these before you come. And I was like, okay. So me and like my coach, we just practiced some rolls and I was like, oh, I should be fine. It crushed me. First of all, the floor is like rock hard. So you're rolling on this rock hard like platform. And then you had to they called it like the ropes. And you had to hit the ropes and you were like full speed into the rope and you had to turn and bounce off of it and then go to the next one. And my back the next day was just fully bruised. And I just remember the flight home. I was just like, oh, I was so sore.
Did you, leading into it, did you kind of Did you fantasize what your life might be like as a wrestler? And
Oh,
like what you-
totally. They told me the salary, and I was like, I'm in. I'm in. And then
What
I
a-
tried it. I was like, absolutely not. Not. for
How
me.
do they find you?
Yeah, how does that
Yeah.
even look like? How?
No idea. I literally had no followers then too. Like I had like 3K, I think, maybe. They just DM'd me on Instagram, WWE at tryout or something.
Just get a DM from the WWE.
I remember
What
I
the
was
frick is this? Like, just.
I was.
Did you like reread it and you're like, huh?
Yeah. Well, I was coaching and I didn't even know what the WWE was. And I asked the class and I was like, "You guys know what the WWE is?" And they're like, "Yes." And I was
Oh, I don't know what the WWE is. I
and
gotta
then-
tell.
yeah,
Hey, what is
then my
this?
friends told me we started watching it because they're huge wrestling fans, and I was like, "Oh." So then I started researching into it, and I was like, And then I had a call with the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, your starting salary. You'd moved to Florida." He was telling me all these things. I'm like, "This sounds awesome."
What
then
was the
after I-
starting salary?
The starting salary was, if you move there and sign a contract with them under the NXT program, was like 75,000 US, no taxes. Like I was like, I'll take it. And
Done.
they give you like they'd give me a visa and stuff, which is hard to come by as well.
Mhm.
So I was ready. I was ready to do it. And as soon as the tryout happened, I was like, nope.
Not ready.
I went home and they called me. They called because they call you back. I think they called me back like 2 weeks after the tryout. And they called me and they were like, we need you to try it again. Or like if you want to keep doing this, they said we need you to practice because we also had film sessions. So we had camera time. And they said because I had to be in a character, and I did not like that at all. Extremely uncomfortable.
What was your character?
My character was called the Pink Powerhouse, and I'm
Oh my god, that's a terrible character. Did they make it for you, or do you get any say in that?
I made it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. That sounds great. I think that would get so much publicity.
I basically they called me and they said if you want to retry it again, we are offering that opportunity, but you need more practice behind a camera in a character. And I said,
No.
okay, thank you for your constructive criticism. And then I never contacted them again.
So you got a call back.
Yeah, that
Everyone
means you
got-
weren't bad.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah.
got a call back.
Oh.
Did you make any friends?
I did. I met some friends. I had a roommate, so she's one of my friends now. She lives in Florida, and I met a few guys who were, a lot of them were NFL dudes, not NFL. The draft, they were on the draft?
Trying to get into the NFL.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
undrafted NFL
Yeah.
people. Yeah, yeah.
So I met a lot of friends. It was a cool opportunity, but yeah, never again.
That's great
What
for the
a-
story
what a-
alone.
Yeah.
What kind of attributes does the Pink Powerhouse have? Like
Yeah, what's your
what-
end move?
what kind of characteristics?
What was
does
my
this-
see? That was the problem. I think that's why they didn't like me because I didn't think of those things. You know.
Did you have an attitude switch or like
I was like, I just really just put sparkles on and tried to act cool.
Okay, what's that look like? Go ahead.
I was like, oh, it wasn't good. It wasn't.
It wasn't good.
I'm trying to see if I have photos in the NXT because they gave us uniforms, but I might have deleted it.
Do
out.
not let Sevon see those.
Please send those to
don't-
Sevon.
Yeah, do not.
No, it's like it was just like a black T-shirt. It said NXT on it. It was kind of cool. I
This
don't
is
know.
amazing.
Oh, this was the. Oh, I don't even know. Oh, this was my back. This was me and this dude's back after the ropes.
Beat to shreds. Oh man. So it looks like
Just getting
If
double
you-
unders down. No big deal.
right.
Yeah, literally. And okay, yeah, this is what the promos looked like. So it's literally behind a camera, like,
Oh,
and just
that's
you
fancy.
and everyone's watching, and you're just like, oh. And they ask you questions about the WWE.
And you were like, I don't know.
Well, the second one was they asked you like, how do you feel? You had to like study the people that were already in the WWE. and they're like, oh, how would you feel competing against this girl? Like, and I think I got Bianca something. She has long hair.
I have no idea.
I
Yeah.
don't know. But
Yeah.
anyways.
Were you just like, fine? I don't know
Like,
who she is, so fine.
I'm
It
going to
was an
destroy
experience.
anybody
No, I
who's
was
in
just-
that
I
ring.
don't even
Listen
remember.
here, Bianca. I'm going to tell you what I would do. The Pink Powerhouse is going to destroy everything. Your
Well,
long hair is going to get rained around in that ring. Let me tell you this, Bianca. Was that what
I
you did?
think the problem was you were supposed to be like mean and aggressive. And
You're
I
the
really
pink powerhouse.
struggled-
That's not what you're about.
I struggled channeling that.
You might have could have ran with it though. Like you're just the nice one. Like it'd be awesome
You don't
if
want
you
that though.
no, but like if you ruined people in the ring.
Yeah.
And then
And
you're
you were
like,
nice to him.
I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Something I don't know. But
And
yeah,
then
it
you
was definitely
bash them in the
great.
face when they get up. I hope you're okay. Boom.
Oh, Jeff.
Jeff's throwing shots out. Any chance? Maybe.
He's
DM
got
her.
a dog in his profile picture.
Yeah, dogs are cool.
And I guess Jeff's not. Just-
I don't know who Jeff is.
I'm sorry. That was great.
Well, Erica, I appreciate you jumping on, and I hope you get your new iPhone here soon.
I'm heading there right now. The guy said I got till 8:30, so I just.
Well, you better go run. Better
Yeah.
run. Run
Erica,
out
you
there.
realize
Don't swim.
that every commentator on every floor announcer will now call you the Pink Powerhouse coming into.
No. Oh god. It's just gonna bring me back to the tryout. I'll be like, no.
Thanks, Erica.
We
Okay.
appreciate
Well,
you.
thank
Erica.
you so much, guys. Have a good
All
night.
right. Have a good one.
You too.
See ya.
That was
YOLO
great.
Folo.
We uncovered hidden things.
The Pink Powerhouse.
I love it.
It's good stuff.
I wish I could have seen the tryout, just her try to answer these questions in whatever kind of a way.
I'm so bummed that Hiller didn't know about her then. Because
Right.
100% would have gone.
Man, what a trash interviewer, right? Not to find that out during that documentary or the video.
Yeah,
right.
He's no Pedro.
Just think how
That's
good
all-
it
that's
could
all
have
I'm saying.
been.
I'm saying Pedro would have found that out, is all I'm saying.
That's right. Pedro just sat there and waited till she said it. All right. We got a good, interesting show the rest of the way. Fewer comments. We're almost at 9,000 subscribers. So
It's so big.
yeah, you are. Well, I don't know what you're doing over there, Tyler. You're first of all, you're on the sun.
I just can't.
And you're sitting on like a couple telephone books. Then we have a what's it take, a little new game that John has. I have no idea how it's going to play out, but we'll try it. Talk about some actual news and finish up with some blind rankings. First off, though, some viewer comments from the aliens. At CYBYP60. Tyler is one of the dumbest guys I know.
Me too.
Despite being reasonably smart on paper.
On paper.
That's such a mean.
Has he
thing
seen
to
me on
say.
paper?
He refers to your article, could a revamped black box summit between CFHQ, PFAA, and media unite the community? You don't notice that when Glassman and or Castro is in power, there's no compromise and unification. They chased away all their SMEs. You all live in a bubble.
Okay.
So
I don't understand how that makes me dumb.
you obviously
Maybe
don't
I'm too
understand.
dumb. Don't
You're too
understand.
dumb to understand. Makes sense. Definitely makes sense.
Checks out.
The movement doctor, I think John knows the movement doctor. Did John really say he doesn't have any enemies?
None.
I don't think I do, man. I think I'm just a misunderstood cat sometimes.
Definitely outside of the CrossFit community.
He really doesn't, though.
Thank you, Tyler.
It's so funny. Anytime I have seen John with like someone who would have been considered an enemy, it's immediately undone in 20 minutes.
I feel like me and Hiller are similar in this way.
Yeah.
We need to get
you know what I
Guy
mean?
on and see if you guys can hash it out.
I think me and Guy would have a great time.
You just need to give him a chance.
Here's the like I just feel like anybody that I've talked poorly about or trash to or whatever, I'm like, that is my honest opinion, man. If you want it to change, you have the ability to change it. And you don't have to listen to me. I'm nothing for you. You know what I mean? And then like, what are you going to say to that?
Good point.
That's true.
Like, I don't appreciate
You're
you
actively
being mean. That is what I'm supposed. That's my job on here, is to say my honest opinion, and you have the ability to change it. If you don't like it, you don't need to hear it. You don't need to watch. It's fine. I think you're great, but you're just not super fit, and everybody thinks you are.
And at Kathy Stan, Crocs are the ugliest things you could put on your feet. John, if you ever
I don't have Crocs.
buy Crocs, I'll have to rethink my love for you.
Oh, okay. Well, you can keep loving me.
So, no Crocs for John. Throw your comments down there if you're watching this afterwards, or come back a little bit later and throw a comment in there. Hit it, help us get to 9,000 subscribers. We were around 5,000 or 4,000 at this time last year, so nearly double. What are you doing over there, Tyler?
I'm tired of the fucking jaundice jokes.
Kiefer Lamy. He and Kyra are enemies after saying they're the same athlete.
You 100% know what I was referencing. And if you don't, Kiefer, then you're not as good of a coach as I thought you were. So take that.
Oh, man. All right. John, do you want to give an idea of what it take and what we're actually doing?
Sure. Okay. So I asked as many CrossFit athletes as I could, games athletes from 2023 and 2024. So it wasn't just swayed to one direction or the other. What their maxes were, what in various gymnastics things, cardio things, strength things, just what are their numbers in these things? Because I remember back in the day in 2014, 2013 time, they had like, how good is a CrossFit Games athlete? And then it had all of their stats, the average stats of all the CrossFit Games athletes. So I asked about 40 people, about 20 of them got back to me, each. Okay. So like about 20 guys, 20 girls. And a couple of them got back to me after I had made this list already, but it only really changed one number, and it's actually the very first number. So we can talk about that if you want. And so I got the average of like, what's it take to be a CrossFit Games athlete? And I tried to get very high tier people, very low tier people. I tried to go like made the games once and probably isn't making it again type people, or just made the games and might be able to keep going making the games, but you're always on the cut line, and then like top 10, and then, the big dogs. And when I say the big dogs, obviously it's people that I have relationships with, like, Vellner's not giving me his
It's Austin.
stuff, right? No. People better than Austin now.
Okay.
Not later. But and then so we have we now have a list of the average CrossFit Games athlete. What's it take to be a CrossFit Games athlete? If you can hit all of these numbers and all of these things, you're a CrossFit Games athlete.
I like this. This is better than like the self-reporting that's on like the games bio, because those numbers are fudged. Like you're going to either lie high or lie low. And so John just having them is good. There's a little bit more secrecy involved. So I like that.
Correct. And I told everybody that I'm not going to reveal the numbers to anybody. Like it's not going to be like who's who. It's none of that's going to happen. Nobody knows. And I erased them myself. Like I don't even know them after I made the averages and then I erased them.
This is what you spent 8 hours on last Wednesday, right?
Correct. And I got more information like after the fact. So it did skew a little bit of the numbers, but we're only going to talk about the first one because first one's really high.
Before we get into that though, what's the average time on a 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 machine workout, John?
The average time, I would say, so I actually lied. I was about 3 minutes faster than when I posted on Instagram.
Did you?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I don't know what the average time is, but Spin did beat me on 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
I'm not surprised.
Ski bike row. He's a machine, just like what he works on. He murdered it. I went really hard to get the time that I got, and he did beat me. So
Where did you guys get this workout?
I made it.
Oh, you made it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called Candace, in case you're wondering, for the 12 days of JY Barbell. I have 12 one-on-one people in my gym that like I straight up personally train one-on-one those people. 12 exactly. So instead of 12 days of Christmas, we call it 12 days of JY Barbell. Each day I make a day that's something they're going to murder. And like they should beat everybody in the gym that day, right? And so,
That's
and
cool. That's a
everybody
good
does,
idea.
everybody does them, right? So you're going to do stuff you suck at, but your day, you're going to kill everybody. Does that make sense?
I would be stoked doing all of them because I would know my day's coming.
Right. Yes,
coming.
exactly. Exactly. And if you have your day and everybody sucks except you, and then it's like, it's easier to take the sucky days that you're about to have. Right.
Right.
But, and yeah, and like the idea is that you're supposed to win your day. And then most of them there's like 4 guys and 8 girls. So like we've been calling it the hoe of the day. That's what we've been calling it. Yeah. I did not make that up. I promise I didn't make it up. They made it up.
Yeah, no, it was Hiller programmed box jump overs 2 times within 3 days, a Saturday and a Monday. And Monday had dumbbell snatches in it. And my low back was kind of lit up. So I needed something to move. And that was a perfect workout for this morning. And
I'll give it a shot.
All right,
Mason startup crushed both of us. But I know it's probably not like some elite time, but I just wanted to beat John. So
yeah, and I mean I'm not like, elite by any means. Everybody knows that.
definitely not in a 27, 28 minute time range.
All right, guys. I was very happy with my time. We're just gonna like this is obviously a weakness of mine that I'm trying to do.
You're trying to get better.
Yeah, I'm trying to post. You want me just to post lifting stuff and say, "Go try it out, brother"? Could they be 200 pounds less? No, I'm gonna post stuff that I'm working on. You don't got to throw it in my face. I get it.
All right, John.
All right.
What do you want us to do here?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go Tyler versus Smin. Okay. We tried. I did do this on WOD Prep last week because I was mad that Smin didn't do it that week. So I was like, we're just gonna do it in here. They only get 20 viewers. Don't worry about it. But if you did see it, then no offense. No, I love it. Hey, go watch WOD Prep. They're great people. But if you did watch that show, do not spoil it. Like Vicky was there. So Vicky, I swear to God, Vicky, if you say the number before they do, I'm going to be really, really upset. So did you, Sarah Cooper. Okay. Anyway. All right. So back squat. This number was skewed for the men. It did lower, not significantly, but it did lower. Okay. So I'm going to do what the number is now, even though the number on the screen is going to be a little bit higher. Okay. So Spin and Tyler, what do you think the average back squat is for a man?
You go first, Spin. I'll go first on the next one.
I'll say 470.
I was going to say 480.
The answer is 481. And it is 487, and it went down 6 pounds. So not super significant, but 481 is currently the average back squat, which I thought was crazy high. But then if you go back and look at the who's who am I getting here? The thing is, you still have the freaks that are 520, you have your 500s, like there's a few guys with that, and then you have a couple guys with really crazy ones. But your weak guys,
or like
the guys that used to be 405, like back in the day, they're now 450. Like they're so much higher than what they used to be, and then most people are 480. So like it's skewed it. Does that make sense?
Cole Greasesaver said his is like 380 or something crazy.
I think he can back squat more than 380.
That's what he said. I remember it was on Reps Ahead.
I think he's lying to you.
That's crazy.
For women,
I do not think he can make it. That was this back squat. For the women,
320.
I'll do 340.
okay, hit it, Spin. I think Tyler hit it on the
320.
head. 320. All right. So what I'm gonna do, and Spin, if you have a way of showing it, you can do it. I'm gonna keep tally. If you hit it dead on the head, you get 2 points.
All right.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
I like bonus points.
So we got 3 for Tyler right now. All right,
Yeah.
front squat, men.
430.
415.
I think Tyler gets it again. I think it's
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Tyler is just running away with this spin.
How close do you think this really is? Like, obviously, you got 20 responses. There's way
This
more.
is
than
all
that.
elite.
Yes,
Right,
this
you're right.
is-
Yeah, I get it. But
okay.
like, if you go get Hopper, Pepper, Adler, like,
Right, all the top of the top. No, I got lower tier people too. So I
Did you
try
get
to
some
find
Asia
as
and
much as I
Africa?
can about Yellow Hosta. I tried to get James Sprague's, Yellow Hostas, Yona Koski. Like I tried to get those types of people too. I couldn't get everything on every person, but I got as much as I could have. And like,
Did it
just,
feel
Fair.
balanced to you? Like
yeah,
you had
no, it did.
athletes
It did.
from like each
Yeah.
sort of like
each
niche.
niche.
I think if you find I think if you had like a Jack Rosema, if you put his numbers on here, I bet he's more than all of these averages for the strength stuff. And then for the gymnastic stuff, I bet he's less than all the averages. And then you take somebody like Victor Hoffer, he's probably less than all the strength stuff and greater than all the gymnastic stuff. But I do think it is a very fair representation of the average. The back squat is the only one that I feel is high, and it went down to 481. It didn't affect the front squat at all. The front squat was like 408. So like I just kept it, I think it's fine for 411. The back squat was the only one that got I do think it's a very fair representation. And when we get to the clean and jerks and the snatches and stuff, I think you'll agree. I think the squats just sound high. I think people are stronger than you think. We never see them max out their squats. And if it is, it's a CrossFit total where you get 3 lifts in a constrained time.
period. Yeah.
Right? If you take your time, you belt up, you put your knee sleeves on, you know what I mean? Like I think people are just stronger than you think. But yeah, I do think it's a fair and average thing all the way through.
Fair enough. Front squat women, Tyler.
265.
What do you say, Smith?
290. Or no, not 290. 270.
All right, these prices right in you, Tyler. Go ahead. You got the keys. 283. So
I get a point. I need a point.
Gets it. Yeah. So it's 4-1 right now. Hey, is there a way for me to do it? That way you don't have to do it.
No, it's gonna get in the way of the deadlift. So no, you just have to keep it manually.
Okay. Overhead squat for the men.
360.
370.
Tyler.
Survey says 352. Good job, Spin. Yeah, I thought I might be a little heavy on
Making
that
a
one.
comeback. And see, like you'll see like the squat numbers are just heavier than you think, but then whenever all these other numbers, you're like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
For the women?
I should have went lower on the overhead squat just because like it's so technical and some people are just bad overhead.
Yeah.
I would say 254.
Oh, very
240. 240. 242.
Oh,
killing it, Spin. Fun fact, I'm pretty sure this is the weight that Camille won the overhead squat in 2014. It was that weight.
And now it's the average.
Yeah, now
some of these numbers are still holding up. Like, I think that's why I went with 370 on the overhead squat for men, because Rich hit something close to that.
He
know he went for 400. Yeah.
But like so the strongest of the strong men, I don't think are very much different. I think Jeff Evans was doing all this. I think Neil Maddox was doing most of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
it's just
women,
the
women
spread
have gotten
smaller.
way stronger.
Right.
Clean and jerk. And if you want a reference, I will say my number. If you want a reference.
Nah, I'm gonna do average. You look really bad.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you
370.
Tyler.
I'm gonna go with 345.
Oh wow, that's big difference. I think Tyler. Okay, 12.
No, I'm within 12. I'm
He's
within
13
12.
and you're 12. Why'd you go so low, Tyler? 345.
I was thinking about there are just some people who are just not good at the lifts, and so I was kind of shooting it a little low. I wanted to say 350 in the beginning, and I just chickened.
All right, it's 4-4. 4-4. Wow.
I'm getting in
All
my
right.
head. I gotta
For the
loosen
women.
up. 230.
240.
Dang it!
Stan has
246.
taken the lead.
He's
Look at the overhead squat to clean and jerk for men, and look at for the women. It's almost
Yeah.
identical
Yeah.
increase.
that is not what it's like for me.
Power clean.
That's exactly how it's like for me. I'm like 350 on both of them.
I overhead squatted 300, and I've never cleaned it one time.
Power clean. I'm going to say 380.
You're on crack, spin. Go ahead, Tyler. 380 power clean. It's a power clean.
370.
My power clean's 355.
360.
I'm going.
My power clean is 355.
I'm going 340.
There you go. Give him.
What are you smoking?
Yeah,
Spin?
you threw that one. What were you thinking?
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking.
It's a power clean. Have you even seen anybody power clean 380? Like, period?
Sam, maybe.
James Townsend.
That's
Yeah.
your reference? Your reference is James Townsend.
The most powerful person in CrossFit.
Yes. Yes.
For the women, I'm gonna say, because then like Emily Rolfe starts playing in my head, and it starts freaking with me. I'm gonna say 220.
Oh, that's what I was going to pick. I'll do 225.
I would have taken 220.
Oh, he almost hit it on the head. All right, listen, spin. It's 6-5. This is a really close game. Y'all want to make any kind of a wager on this game?
I don't even.
No, Tyler has to do the
Yeah, I already got to do the.
He's already got to do
self-respect.
it though.
snatch. I'm going to go with 283.
I'm gonna go 293.
Oh, there it is.
Damn it, 1 point
Dang, Tyler.
off. For the women snatch. Oh man. 176.
Ooh, very
187. Oh, there it is.
specific. Ding, ding, ding.
Maybe my head is stuck in the old days.
I mean, you were what? Yeah. I mean, you were pretty off.
Strict
I think
press?
Haley Adams snatched 185.
Yeah.
You said
Oh, that's a good
176
point.
is the average.
Yeah.
Haley Adams.
Remember when 200 was like the number that nobody could hit?
Right.
Like I think it was like the invitational. Like they were like Kara Saunders, Kara Webb. Like I think hit 200 in the warm up, and then she hit 200 or something like that. Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
like a huge deal.
I was trying to. For some reason, I was drawing a blank on snatches that we've seen for women.
Yeah.
I couldn't visualize it. So
Strict press.
This one's a hard one.
this one's tough.
Again,
It's hard because I don't know the range. I know top end is probably close to 230. I'll say 199.
Here, this will be fun. If y'all want it, you don't have to have it, but if you want it, I will tell you the highest number reported.
Go.
You want that spin?
Yeah, that's what 225.
250.
Yeah.
Austin Hatfield.
I'm gonna say 202.
And
Yeah.
I guess I could say the lowest number too, if you want the lowest number too.
Yeah,
I
what's the
won't say
lowest?
the name of the lowest.
180.
165.
180. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my number is probably skewed because of the 250, but
Do it.
212.
I
Who
said
got it?
202. It was me. I
Tyler.
took the over.
Nice job, Tyler. We are tied up. Wow, I can't believe y'all are this close. 7-7. All right, for the ladies.
Oh man, this is gonna be way.
The highest number was 170.
I'm gonna say 150.
145.
Nice.
140.
And good job.
I'm getting all the women's weights right, and Tyler's getting all the men's weights.
Yeah, I was thinking most of the women, yeah, they're between, I guess, 135 and 145. And so I kind of went on the higher side just to go with that. This one will be fun.
Bench press.
The highest reported one was 390.
Austin.
No, not Austin. Not Austin.
Oh man, I'll do the average 333.
Oh, I'm gonna say 335.
That's an amazing guess.
327. Damn it. I'm losing this game. Damn.
And so this was one where that number skewed it hard. I would say most are 320, 315,
Yeah.
320. That number skewed it pretty hard.
For the women, I'm gonna say 185.
Alex Kazan was in this.
Yeah. I'll say 190 since Alex is in it.
I don't think I can go 200, but yeah, actually, I'll do 205.
That's wrong. Oh, yeah.
Got you again.
I like that you missed the 2-point conversion on that.
Spin is taking a commanding lead. Okay, 10-7.
Deadlift.
I can't win.
570.
520.
Right when I think you can win it, Tyler, you throw out the lowest number possible.
Well,
I'm like, oh, Tyler's got it. It's been way overshot it, and then you
couldn't win.
You throw it so low.
Your back squat to deadlift ratio should be almost 1-to-1. Like in the sport that we play, it should be close to 1-to-1.
No, there are way more freaky deadlifters than there are back squatters.
All right.
I would say most people deadlift more than they back squat, and it's kind of a rarity when they are 1-to-1. But you have these people, like maybe a third of just people, period, deadlift significantly more than they back squat. It just anatomically, it just ends up being like that.
And this one, I think, depends on your sample too. Like you get Pat, you get Chandler.
True. I think 550 is actually a really good average, though. I think that's probably correct.
I'm just trying to think back to Rogue. I'd be curious to know what the Rogue's average was, or where they.
I bet it'd be close to this, honestly.
I
guess you get multiple 600s, though. That kind of,
right. That's what I mean. Like a couple of those guys. Tyler, on the women,
I'll say 360, just to end it.
Just to end it. I'll do 380.
370.
Oh, we have a tie. Okay, for the tiebreaker.
There's a bonus question. Okay.
Yes, there is a tiebreaker. Okay, for the tiebreaker, you guys can guess the highest reported number, and that will be
for the women.
Closest one. Yes, correct.
425.
415.
It was 415.
Nice. And he takes the dub.
Nice. There we go.
Good job, Spin. All right.
Good job, Spin. I came out hot and didn't finish.
All right. Well, we got gymnastics, Tyler.
Oh, you're screwed now.
Yeah. No, and this one, like, it gets real fun because this is hard, man. So for this, I'm gonna say what I can do. I'm not gonna tell you like the max of this because these are max stuff, right? Like, I obviously I'm nowhere near the level of these guys, or girls, but it will give you a reference if you have no idea. Does that make sense? But
Sure.
I don't want to say the fastest time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 30 ring muscle ups.
What was your
What's your
time?
time?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just kidding. I wanted to set that up. The fastest time in the ring muscle ups was 136, I think.
I was going to go 2 minutes.
I think it was 130. This is off the top of my head, 136. 2 minutes is your average spin?
Yeah.
I'll go 202.
223.
That's slower than I would have thought.
So
Yeah.
you got to think Fraser.
If you take any breaks, you're screwed.
Fraser in 2018 was 203, right? Cody Anderson was 203. Logan
fair.
Collins had the fastest time at 146. Now, obviously, Unbroken is around 140, right? And so, like a faster cycle rate can be 136, right? But that's Unbroken,
And hauling ass the whole
right?
time.
Like, yeah. And if you Fraser was 21-9 with like a 7-second break. That's about as fast as you can go breaking. That's 203. You see what I'm saying?
that's fair.
So like,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
you have guys, we're going to break this up 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that adds up. Tyler, women?
$248.
310. Oh man. Wow.
Dang, Tyler
I'm
was
actually
really
surprised that they're
close
that
now.
close.
Yeah, I was too, dude. There were a lot of women that were really, really, really fast. Really fast.
Yeah.
300-foot handstand walk.
I will say on the ring muscle ups,
So the fastest time for this is 120.
For the men, 120. I'll go 202.
three flat.
Give me a point.
I have no idea.
I told you the fastest time, brother.
I know, but you got people who can literally run on their hands.
Yeah.
Well, I told you what that time was.
Yeah, but you have to figure out like how fast that person really was.
How many freaks are in that?
Yeah. Okay, for the women, the fastest time was 121.
I'll say 148.
Oh, you think faster?
I'm going 153.
He's Price is riding you hard right now.
Damn.
Oh, Tyler, I need you to make
Max
a comeback.
strict
I know, I'm
handstand
stuck in here.
push-ups.
This is pretty all over the place. On this one, I'll say mine, and that's 33.
I'm gonna go 35.
38.
Oh, so close.
God.
It is 15-9.
Take
You're
it
gonna have
to
to
'em.
start nailing these on the dot. Which these get easier and easier to nail on the dot, right? But you're gonna. All right, for the women.
Do they? 27.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Well, you gotta say something else.
I'm gonna go 25.
Please.
Boom!
Yeah, I was gonna say it, too.
Thank God.
Tyler with his 2.26%.
Yeah.
One day. I'll never
Max
forget that.
strict pull-ups.
All right. I got 24.
I also got 24 that same day.
I'm gonna go with 27.
35.
20.
Oh my God.
That sucks.
Take that.
For you, Tyler.
I really thought people could do more pull-ups than that.
It's strict, man.
Strict is, yeah, I'm not
You
sure.
gotta think if it's a strength thing, I don't think they're gonna be much better than me. If it's just a strength thing.
Right.
I'm going to say for the females, it's going to be 26. There's way less. And
I'm
girls
going. I'm going 19. I should go 25, but I'm going 19. Oh, because all the women are so good at pulling compared to the men.
Spit's face. Again, it's a strength thing. It's not like with momentum,
Yes.
it makes sense. But
I understand that, but it's still a better body weight to strength ratio.
Yeah.
all right, Max toes the bar.
Mark, is Newberry in this?
Yeah.
No, Newberry was not in it.
Okay, that's good.
What was the max reported?
Newberry was, what is he, 106? Something
He did 100
stupid.
at least. I
Not
can't
in
remember.
that, not Newberry.
I'm gonna go with 60.
That's so many.
53.
65.
I hate this
Win it
game.
again.
It's not fun anymore.
Well, Tyler, you were doing really good, and then like you just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
For the women. Tyler.
55.
48.
Oh, it is fantastic at this game. Hey, this makes sense, Tyler. Listen. I'm the best at calling the best people. You're the best at calling the worst people. And Spin knows the average CrossFit Games athlete.
That's right.
That makes sense. We
You should
covered
ask
the
me
spectrum.
What the worst reported is.
The worst
every time,
reported
and I'd be-
was Tyler gets it every
Yeah,
time.
every time. Max chest to bar.
Mm.
I'll say 70.
67. Just gonna start
Six-
hugging.
It's gonna be a running bit now.
God.
Getting it every time.
52.
I'll do 55. 58.
Tyler,
I don't know.
I was
what's
waiting for
happening.
Tyler to be like 76.
Okay, here we go. These two are like kind of off
Max
the wall.
Elsit. Who the
Oh,
hell
shit.
knows?
That's what I'm saying. These are a little bit off the wall.
Did you ask Khalipa?
I didn't ask Khalid, but no.
Okay. 40 seconds.
Minute 15.
All right,
On the
there you go.
board. Let's
There you
go.
go.
God.
Here comes the comeback. Let me report
No.
the scores now that Tyler got one. It is 22-12. You're only 10 points back.
Do we have an aerobic side of this?
We do.
Okay.
I'm screwed there because
Yeah,
then
you don't
he's
have to.
in his wheelhouse.
We do. Yeah, but he might think like he'll go off of him. You know what I mean? You can go off of just your thing.
Yeah, well, it hasn't worked with Tyler going off of gymnastics.
That's
so.
that's fair.
Aye.
That's fair. That's fair.
Max Elsit for the women. I mean, I would probably say a minute 2.
57. Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
dude, Tyler
Wow,
knows
better
his
than the
L-sits.
men.
He
Okay.
knows his L-sits.
Okay. 10 legless rope climbs.
Good luck. I'm not going to help you at all. I'm just going to let you guess.
Do a minute 5.
A minute 37.
Dude, y'all are on some
Wow.
smoke, man. What are you?
I feel bad
10?
winning that. Yeah, dude. Do you just
10.
get where you can't pull anymore? But then you
I
have
figure, but
people who
10,
can go
10
unbroken.
fresh, though. I just figured 10
Dude,
fresh.
it takes
would be
like
faster.
takes a minute to do like 6. Like
No,
straight in
you
a
can
row.
do a rope climb in
You got to come
6
down.
seconds. Yeah.
You just drop down. Just
Yeah,
have a crash pad.
That
Wow.
was the average time. Obviously, there are guys who did it faster than this, but you have to think about guys who are doing 2 and then resting.
Yeah.
There are people that took 5 minutes to do this.
That's crazy.
there are athletes watching this being like, oh my God.
That's me.
Yeah. We're like, how
Tyler?
the freak are you so slow? Yeah. No, I don't think nobody was 5 minutes on this. It's the average.
I'm surprised that they actually had the data to give you on this. Like
Yeah.
So
Max
not
L6.
everybody did. Not everybody did.
That's
And I did say for some of them, just tell me what you think it would be. Because it's good enough for an average, right? If everybody says what they think, and then and if it lined up with what that makes sense. Like this person reported this, they're not as good as this person. There were
That's
some
like
where
asking people to self-report how big their penis is.
no. If it made sense in my
Before or
head,
after the
if it made sense in my head, I accepted it. Okay, there was one where the guy said he did this, and I know for a fact somebody else is like way better, and his time was better. And I'm like, okay. And then I just threw him out. Like I didn't take any of his numbers. Okay.
We have a sample size of 4, is what he's saying.
No. Okay. Like Dallin participated. I feel comfortable saying Dallin's name, but like Dallin participated, and he had a number that I was like, are you sure about this one, Bo? And then because it was an estimated number, like it wasn't. He didn't know it for sure, and he goes, "I think so," and I'm like, "I think not." And then he goes, "All right, let's just average in the middle of what you think and what I." And I was like, "That's good. I'll take it."
Yeah,
right.
all right.
But it's 20 people, right? It's an average. I think it's fair enough.
Yep.
302.
I'm going to go 330 on this one. Oh, Tyler. He knows his L sits in legless rope climbs.
Yeah, all things that I hate drastically.
All right, Tyler. I think
I'm screwed.
The 1 mile
Watch
run.
me come back.
5:07.
5:22.
You're way off.
I think spin. Ooh, it was closer than you thought, though.
Yeah. Ooh, 5:23.
Jesus, Tyler, that's so bad. It is 5:50. Take that, Tyler.
You cheated.
Did
You
not cheat.
cheated.
Did not cheat.
The fucking walk-off.
Tia
on
ran
that
it in
was
5:30.
rude.
Tia ran 5:30 at the games.
Yeah, you needed to
Yeah,
go off the game.
That
in
was her
Tyler.
best, dude.
Yeah,
I was too busy worried about Danny in that workout to call her get last place.
Yeah. Well, Danny's 7 minutes might have been in this study. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just
5K run.
hold on, Spin. You got 2 points for that one.
Yeah, I got another 2 points. 5K run. Now, if it's a legit 5K, it's different than a Madison 5K.
I did not use any Madison.
Okay.
Madison 5Ks. You know what I did though? I did of reported 5Ks. I did extrapolate what 4.525 would be, just to double check.
Yeah.
To make sure that stuff checks out.
I'm gonna go with 2015
For the men?
for the men.
Okay. You're good, Tyler. You're good. You're good. Don't ruin this, Tyler. You should get this unless you F it up, man. Don't do it.
1955.
There we go. Play the game. Play the game, Tyler. Atta baby. I thought this was cool that it came out to 1 second.
He gave that.
You know what I mean? That was kind of cool that it came out to 1 second under.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I buy that number on the average, but okay.
Yeah, I think Ricky and Jeff are in this, man.
Are they?
2040.
Jeff's got reported 5Ks that are outside of the games.
I'm going with 2102.
Yes.
Man, Tyler. It's backwards.
Yeah.
See, I told you he would be thinking about himself, and then he's thinking they're not that fast because I'm this. I told you that would start happening.
2K row. 6:25.
6:11.
What is your 2K row, Tyler?
I don't know. I was like, I know it's like if you hold a 130,
give me a
it's gonna
point.
be 6 minutes. And then I was like, maybe they just fucking.
What's your spin? You got sub 650?
I don't think I've gone.
I got 653.
I don't think I've gone 650. I honestly can't
9:57
remember.
somewhere.
I think I'm right around the 7-minute mark, if I remember.
You have to be faster than that.
I don't remember. I don't know. I hate doing the 2K row. It's been a long time since I've done a 2K row.
So you're just
That
punk with
sucks. Yeah, it sucks. On the women's side, Tyler?
650.
Tyler is not the rower.
No, I hate rowing.
7:05. Okay.
I'll take that one. I don't care about I hate the row. I wish it didn't exist.
500-meter swim.
I'm not going to give you anything. Just go ahead. Let's see it.
Oh,
Is Tyler first in this? Please tell me Tyler's first.
No,
spin is. Thank God. I have no idea.
Can we let Tyler go first?
No.
I will go 7 minutes.
9 minutes.
He's just gonna go. What's bad is it's not a bad guess. He's 12 seconds from getting it. You know what I mean?
Right. He's just got more experience, especially in the swim.
I don't have any experience in swimming.
I had no
I'm probably
idea.
worse than Folo in the swim.
Yeah, I would not have a guess for you either.
I have no reference for I've only done very little swimming, and I can't remember what my times were.
Right.
See, I know I have a good grasp of 100-meter times, and I probably would just multiply that by 5 and then add a little bit. That's probably what I would have done. But I
had no clue.
Yeah.
I'll say 9 minutes again.
I'll go 8:20.
Please.
Redemption.
Oh, there you go. 20-minute
That
watt
one.
test.
I'm surprised athletes know their 500-meter swim time.
I think I think that's probably something that they've tested before. 20-minute watt test for the men. I'll do 3:65.
350.
Good job, Tyler. Good job, Tyler.
Well, I'm trying to remember what the Dubai one was. The winner.
It was 377.
Okay. Yeah. So I they're lower than that. It's a little surprising. 340. I guess there's probably some dudes that probably were like really trash.
Well, a 20-minute watt test is not like one, they run dampered 10 the whole time. But
yeah, but if your whole goal is to get the most.
Yeah, I know, but like it's big guys. Right, like the guy that won it, I think was Michael Wazalowski, right?
Yeah,
that guy's that,
he's a monster.
It's not like big guys who are pretty.
Yeah, but
fit.
I think Luca
they
was
don't
actually
have to be games fit.
I think Luca was pretty close though to that too. So
I don't.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Dubai that much. Tyler,
262.
250.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. I knew it was going to drop off hard, but I was afraid to go that low.
10-minute max calorie.
This one was fun for me because I had done 200 calories in this, but it was like everything I had in the world. 203. Let's see you do that one, Spin. I think that one will be a little bit harder for you.
I would not be able to do 200 calories.
It's a 10-minute time frame. I can put a little more into
I
it.
know I can't. Yeah, make it 20 or 30 minutes. I probably can catch you. 10-minute max calorie echo. I'll do.
For reference, 200 cals on this is a 70 RPMs the entire time.
Yeah. I'm going to say 187.
Tyler, do not mess this up. This is one he's giving it to you. He's giving it to you.
206.
There you go. Good job, Tyler.
223.
I was going to say
that is
230.
moving.
It's crazy, dude. Until like 240.
That's like a 73 RPM.
Yeah. And I know I'm nowhere near these guys, but I do feel like I'm filthy on a bike. And
From a power standpoint.
and it's
you helped me out a
so
lot
much
on that.
better. It's so much like they're just better. They're just all great. They're so good.
I knew
it's like you in the
Jason's
5K run, you don't believe it. And they're just that good, bro.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Tyler. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
No, it's like I knew Jason has like a stupid score on this. And so I was like, he's going to bump it up. But then I was like, if you're holding 20, I was like, all the guys at the games can probably hold 20 a minute. And I was like, plus some with the big guys. I wanted to say 230.
Yeah, what's crazy is that's the average.
But and Tackett is right here. Like whenever that average is so or higher, I know I guess the watt test was lower than you thought, but like you're the worst guys, the worst ones are 300 and 200.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then you have your freaks.
Yeah.
Right. So like you don't like back in the day, you had a Josh Bridges that would do 180.
Right.
And would skew it the other way. But now your smallest guys are Colton. Right. And if he's doing 200, like it makes that average go up like in the other way because they don't skew it poorly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Last one there, Tyler. Can you come
Girls
back?
is real interesting.
How many points do you need, Tyler?
I actually have 4 more guess ones for you guys.
Oops.
That are worth 4 points each.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I'm back by what, 8 points?
You need to win a lot of them. 10-minute max calorie echo for the women.
I'm going to say 164.
I'm going 170. Oh, man.
Yes.
Women suck.
Dude, it's power.
It's exponential.
They're small. It's size.
Yeah.
It's about size.
Yeah.
All right. So for a bonus, hold on. Let's see how much Tyler is down by. He's got 21.
He needs a lot.
And Spin's got 29.
I'm down by
points.
7.
8
8
points.
Yeah. So these next 4 are all worth 4 points. Okay. The average height and weight for men and the average height and weight for women. Okay. Now, the way this is going to work is it's going to be like 5.3.4 or something like that. Okay. There's a point on the end of it. It's not inches.
We're not doing,
So like if it's 0.9, that means they're
9/10 of an inch.
9/10 of it. Correct. Okay. Does that make sense? So average height for men, we'll call this worth 4 points each, all of them. Just to make it fun.
Of those that you asked?
Yes. And again, I do think it's a fair average. I really do.
Okay.
Go ahead and laugh. They're all not 6'2". I promise.
5.9.6.
5.9.1.
Spin hit it on the head.
Is that worth 8?
5.9.6. No, we're only giving 4 points. Spin on this one. I'm trying to find a way for Tyler to win. Tyler, you need to get all 3 of these to tie. Okay.
This is splitting hairs, though.
All right.
He's
not splitting any. He's on the hair. There's no split for him.
That is actually
the weight.
splitting the hair.
I'll go on the. Do you want to do the weight for the men?
Yeah,
I will do 197.
193.62.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Ricky Garrard weighed 203.
Yeah.
And he's one of the smaller guys.
Colton
weighs 190.
What is it?
He's bringing down that average.
What is it?
197.
It's 200 exactly.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was off by 3 pounds.
So your average CrossFitter is 5'10", 200 now instead of 5'9", 190. So we've grown by an inch and went up by 10 pounds.
And not
So I
lifted
just
more.
need to grow.
And not lifted more, right? But we're more aerobic.
Right.
I need to grow 2 inches and put on 20 pounds. No problem. 10 pounds.
I need
13.
to just stay exactly as I am.
I am perfect.
All right,
Yeah.
Tyler, since it's out of reach, women's height.
5'4.6".
5'4.6". Okay.
5'6.9".
Oh wow, we're gonna need to do some math on this. It's
Oh.
5'5.4". I think Tyler's got it.
Tyler got it.
Good job, Tyler.
They're shorter than I thought.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's what it is. All right, weights for the women.
Well, 138.2.
143.
150.
What?
Yeah. They're big, man.
Okay. I mean, hell, spin wasn't even close.
They got more muscle now.
But you
I'd
said
be curious to
140
know what that
flat.
was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
That has
150.
to be massively different.
What?
Yeah.
What those averages were 10 years ago.
I think the average for the height for women was 5'4", and then the average weight was probably 135.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back then, 155 was big.
Huge.
Yeah, I think Catherine weighs 150. Catherine weighs
What's-
150.
What's Kelsey weigh? Like 170?
I would say 175, 170, 170,
Yeah.
175. And then I looked 4 different places for Laura and took the biggest one. Because a lot
Well,
like
she competed in the 76 kilogram weight class. You actually know what she actually weighs. You
sure,
don't get
but I
that
think she probably weighs a little bit more during
on
that.
average. I didn't
I
see
would-
what
I
I
would
didn't
say
see what
so.
she weighed.
No. I'm saying for that 76, I bet that's the heaviest she is.
Oh, you
think she gained weight for it?
just came in flat.
Do you know how big 170 or 76 is? It's 167.
Yeah.
I'm saying for the games, she's as fit as she possibly aerobically as fit as she's possibly going to be. I bet you she's the like she's probably the
163 at the games or
biggest. The
something.
biggest she's going to be is at that weightlifting competition because she's trying to eat and be the strongest she can be. You know, she got last place, right? She's not worried about her Sinclair score. She wants to lift the heaviest weight she can possibly lift, right? So like, I'm willing to bet she's as big as she's gonna be, which I guess is 167. So at the games, you know, she's probably flirting with 160.
She weighed 75.62 at the World Championships last week.
Which is 166.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet she's like 160 at games time.
Outside. Yeah, probably. That was fun, John.
All right.
Tyler, you suck.
Yeah, Spin ran away with that.
Yeah.
So that is the average games athlete.
It's good stuff. Actual news that's going on. John, you didn't get to join us on Savon's podcast to talk about some World Fitness Project.
I didn't. Let's get after it. I'm so ready.
For those who don't know, World Fitness Project, also known as Willie's Foundation.
Also, the 30-day muscle gain plan.
Yeah, that's what I
right.
want to look at.
That's what you
Let's
want.
do it.
3 events broken out into 2 tour events, followed by a World Fitness Finals. There are some online qualifiers. 20 athletes of the men, 20 of the women will be contracted, I guess. That's the best way of saying it.
Contractors.
They get to compete at least in the top in 2 of the events. I'm not sure how it works advancing to the finals. And then each of the tour events will get 10 qualifiers. And they're fighting to become a top 20 athlete at the end of the day to earn their tour card, pro card, whatever you want to call it, for 2026.
Y'all know how much money they're making?
$12.
We have no idea how much they've signed their contracts for.
Okay.
The Instagram post was liked by Brooke Wells,
We're not allowed to say
Mr.
it, right?
Mayor.
I'm hearing crazy numbers.
No,
Like
it's not. It doesn't start with a 1.
2.
I understand. But like some of the stuff I put together is like some people are saying that they have $150,000 contracts.
No.
I think that number is closer to 50.
Yeah.
That's still,
a
I
lot.
don't want to say it's a lot of money.
It depends on how much their payouts
To
are.
compete at your competition, I think it's a lot. You're paying people to compete at your competition.
But you don't like, you have to cover your base. From what I understand, like they'll have to cover their base and then they get like
Prize
any
money over
overage.
that.
Yeah.
And it's not exclusive. Like you can still go do the games. You can still go do everything you want to do. They're paying you to just compete in their stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
But if you figure it's $50,000 a piece, that's $2 million out the door.
I think it's 50 average, but like I
That's
think it
the same as what I
titrates
just
down
said.
to
It's
that's
less
fine.
than that.
So the top are making 50 and it probably
Yeah.
dwindles down to, I don't know, maybe 15.
For the top 20 athlete, I feel
Yeah.
like you want more than 5,000 a competition.
I thought about doing this where I pull Instagram followers and then like their their ranking is how far are they good as a CrossFitter and sort of
Dude,
accumulating that.
Danny's crushing it then.
Right. And so it's like you have to think about how good she is too, and then paying them based off that, and then setting like Tia's probably worth $100,000 to show up to a competition or 3
Have her there?
competitions. But like some of these other people, like no, they're probably worth 20 grand.
I will do it for $1 grand.
$1 grand.
I will come to every
I
competition.
don't think you can
no matter
use
where
the
it
word
is.
grand after one.
Hey, whatever, $9.99.99. I'll do that. Yeah, make it like a car deal. Wherever you want me to go, I'll be.
So if there's 20 athletes who are going to be in both, and you have 10 challengers, from what I've heard, there's going to be one in Europe, one in the United States, and we don't know what the finals may be back in Europe. Do you think you'll see challengers sign up and it'll be the same 10 both times?
No. I think if you're a challenger, you shouldn't
Do it.
you should only you get one shot.
No.
How do you get one
I think
shot? That's not fair.
One opportunity. It's 8 mile rules.
To sign up.
You go in there and you win your online qualifier twice. You deserve to get back in that.
Okay.
I mean, like who's a borderline athlete that you're like, yeah, I'd want them to show up multiple times.
What do you mean like a level? What level?
Like a 30th place.
Somebody outside the top 20 in the world that would sign.
Yeah.
I mean,
we don't know if all top.
Spiegel's a great one.
We don't know if the top 20 in the world would sign either.
Yeah, maybe like a Fee Sagafi.
Yeah, what's the bonus like? So if they get payout, so if they don't sign and they do well, is that potential better than signing?
He's top 20, brother. He doesn't count.
Spence pulling up the leaderboard.
I am.
I mean, Folo, like I would tell Folo probably to go to all of them.
Hey, I'm not saying this to make fun of James Sprague.
What do you mean? He's the fittest man on earth. Let's see here.
A handshake?
Like
the
Cole
handshake.
Grieshaber. Would you give Cole Grieshaber a contract?
No. Nobody's coming to see my competition for Cole Grieshaber. No offense, Cole.
Gray Saber.
Maybe a Heinrich. Maybe a Heinrich for the European one.
Callum
Clements. Like you get to like the 20th out here.
I mean, Chris is a new face.
Jack's a good one. Jack Rose.
Jack's a new face.
He's gonna do well at some of these qualifier events. And so it's
but does he
tell
get a
him not to
contract?
do all of them?
But does he get a contract? Would you want to give some of these guys a contract to say, here's guaranteed money?
Because you assume that like a fair amount of them won't sign up, so there'll be a backfill.
I definitely think it depends who. I would say yes, like Chris and Jack, and then Victor Hoffer would 100% try to give him a contract. Like new and upcoming people, you know what I mean? People who are kind of on their way out.
Like BKG, would you give him a
No,
contract?
I wouldn't for BKG. BKG hasn't been competing in the last 3 years. He's just fit enough to make it. Annual Lakai, I'd give him one.
Like so James, does he get
Yeah,
a
where do we
contract?
stop?
Does James get
Yes.
a contract?
I would try. I would try to.
He would
What-
100%. He has a great
Yeah.
social media
What's
presence.
it harm
and he's
trying?
Dallin, does he get a contract?
yes.
Okay.
Brent does not. Hopper.
So, John, after year one, there's going to be 20 athletes that have a contract. So
Yeah, but
pretend
all
that
of these people aren't going to accept.
right. And so
If you could do both, would you I guess the hard part is, do you sign the contract now before you know when all the timing is everything is?
I don't think anybody's
Like-
signing it before the timing, before you know the times.
I would hope not. I think they are 100% going to be handpicked, the 20 athletes.
this
But I
season,
think they're just going to call and ask, and then just kind of go down the line. They said yes.
Yeah,
They
so-
said no.
So let's be Willie. Let's go through. Who would you invite?
Brooke,
We're on the men.
Maddie Sturt.
Hopper,
yes.
Yeah.
Vellner.
Yeah.
I mean, just scroll down, brother. Like we don't need to go
All right.
like Saxon Panchik.
Would you invite
Yes.
Saxon?
Jay, yes.
John?
Travis Mayer, 100% yes.
I guess.
Henrik Kant.
I think BKG is where I'd stop.
Yalla.
So that's 15.
That's 13 because you don't have
Okay.
Henrik. He can't do that this year, and you have Brent that's retired.
Okay.
You have 13 through Yella.
I
You could
bet
find
they don't
7
give out.
more.
I'd give.
I
I'd
don't
give
think
you,
they give out.
I'd go annual. I'd go Chris. You keep going down. Jack. I'd give one to Bruno Marins.
Luke.
I'd give one to Luke. I'd probably
Bailey.
give one to Bailey. If
One
you
more.
want Africa, you can go Ruan. If you don't want Africa, I wouldn't go Ruan. And then I think Peter Ellis or Moritz.
Luca, Guy,
Ah,
Adler.
I would
yeah,
give
Victor.
okay. So Jeff and Victor, I would put above like the last 5 names that I just said, obviously.
But we
I mean,
still had spots open.
I
Yeah,
think
we had-
you give
we
one
had-
to Guy, like hard, like everybody loves Guy. Guy's got a big social presence. So like I would say Guy, I would say Moritz.
Luca.
I don't know about Luca.
This was
So you get
easy
down to the
for the men.
Get down to the 20 on the men.
This
Women.
women's going to be harder.
No, I don't think so.
Tia.
So okay, Gabby's out. I would give one to all of these girls.
Gabby's out.
Yeah,
She's
this
hurt.
year she tore her Achilles.
Oh, yeah.
I would give one to Claudia Gluck. I would not give one to Amy Kringle.
I would 100% give one to Amy Kringle.
We have very different thoughts on
Yeah,
Amy
you don't
Kringle.
know how to market it, and I do.
I just think one's fit in the middle. I think one got extremely lucky. I care about fitness. I do not care about marketability. I care about fitness.
If I'm Will, I care about making the business past year 5.
All right. Grace for sure. Abigail Domit for sure. Emma Lawson for sure.
Don't forget, you got some down there that you got Laura Horvath.
No, let's go down there. That way I hit those people. Because where are we at right now? Where are we at? Emma Lawson 16, and we can't do 2, right?
Yeah, so you're at 14. You have 6 more.
All right, so let's go down.
Ariel, yes.
So Laura, yes. Karen, yes. Probably Danny Spiegel. Emma Tall,
2 more.
that's 4. Ariel Lowen, that's 5. And then I just think, is there any girl that didn't make it?
I would give Fuliano 1. Andrea Pinheiro.
Not Andrea Pinheiro. I'm trying to think of
Kai,
the
bro.
Europeans.
Caroline Stanley.
I'm trying to
Patty.
cover
Juliana.
all my bases. Is there an Australian? Jamie Simmons?
Could do Jay
Daisy.
Simmons.
You know
Ellie
what I'm saying?
Turner.
You could do Ellie Turner. Maddie Stewart was
She's already in there.
Yeah. And Grace is in there. Maybe you don't need more Australians. Who like
But
I'm trying to think of like all the regions.
This is
Dewan.
best case scenario.
No, not Dewan. You still gotta be good. You still gotta be good. And there's no South Americans that are very good. Yeah, then I think you can just pick who you want. You can go Kyra, you can go Elisa, you can go whoever you want after that. Ooh,
But-
Rebecca Vidison, that's a great one.
I don't know if she'll be ready in time.
You make
Or
a
the-
good point though, because
But
we
she might be
struggled,
back ready. Who's that?
and well, we struggled to find the 20, and that's assuming all of them sign.
Right,
I would
that
say
seems like
like
awesome.
I would say half.
Sign?
Yeah.
You think?
Do you?
If it does not overlap with the games, it's not, and you can do all 3 competitions.
Olivia?
Olivia Kerstetter.
It's guaranteed money. Would you just do it? And even if you don't try to peak for it, you just go to the competition and go.
Yeah, if you're signed, why not?
Right.
It. I
love how
wonder
we're
a
just
bunch of
talking
things.
through this, and like Hitler's just having his own like vendetta explosion in the comments. like
Do you do a full contract like for the full rate that you would do it otherwise? Because like you're essentially, like some of these players might not be around, like they might not qualify for next season to have their card, right? So you're preloading players that you think will be good next year, but they might not be.
Can't respond to Barkley.
Barkley, remember all those things John talked about how the regions need to go away, and now he's going region by region for representation in Willie's fitness project.
Well, he's playing devil's advocate.
I'm trying to market his like if you want this thing to grow, it's not about the actual fittest.
He wants to market, but he doesn't want to
about
pick
the
singles.
actual fittest. No, this is not my thing. This isn't the CrossFit Games. I'm saying if you want this thing, the World Fitness Project, to grow big, you have to try to like market to as many people as you can. That's the thought process. It's not finding out who the actual fittest is, right? And that's what I care about the most. The tables have not turned. Their tables are the same place they were. They're not turned at all. They're on 4 legs, standing strong.
Do you think people want to watch competitive fitness?
No.
We will see.
We've already seen it for the past 4 years.
I
love your
there
take
was
on this.
competitive fitness on this past weekend. They're trying to make it into the Olympics, the IF3. At most, 700 people are watching the live stream that I ever saw.
Numbers.
And I get they're not the Adlers, they're not the top main people. But it was functional fitness at its finest.
We have half of that right now, or a little under half
yeah.
right now. And we're 3 dudes who don't compete and don't have nearly the range of followage.
I honestly think why people watch this is the stories and the drama and the lead up and build up of crowning the fittest on earth.
That's right. And that's why the grid league's about to explode, because that table's going to turn over. Let me tell you something, brother. I'm going to flip the grid league like it's never been flipped before. They never have seen what's about to come to them. Okay. Hurricane JY is coming to Florida, and it is going to rip some houses apart.
Cowboy John.
Ice hurricane. I mean, look at the Rogue viewership versus the games. It's not close.
No.
Look at Wodapalooza to Rogue. It's not close. Look at Dubai to Wodapalooza. It's not close. We're 4 levels deep, and none of them. They just keep getting lower and lower and lower.
Well, Wodapalooza is a great case study because essentially all of these events that they're going to run, if they hope to have the best, will be Wodapalooza-esque.
Yes. The men at Tier Wodapalooza last year and the last 2 years has been 5 of the
Great
top
field.
10
Yeah.
in the world. It's a great competition, great to watch, and you don't get the viewership.
Tier.
It's true. It's true.
I'm going to go spend $90,000 on lighting tonight.
Hiller had 300 people watching him. Just 40 Beth apart. It's very nice.
I mean,
Last night-
that's entertaining though, man. Like
I don't even know what the
that.
numbers were, but they were huge. So John and I were talking about what's going on Barstool last night. It's Barstool Survivor, and they took what's the company? Body Armor, like juice bottles or whatever they are. They were filled up and they covered them in slime. They had
Lube.
to toss them
They covered
over,
it in
lube. And they had to toss them over a wall that was probably 10 to 14 feet high. There was like a procession of walls, and there were tens, if not 50,000+ people watching live. And I was like, you know why? Because these people, you watch them because of the story. You don't watch them for
They're
There are
bloggers. They're freaking bloggers. for most of them.
Yeah, no, dude, I got sucked in, man. I don't know any of these. I don't watch Barstool. Tyler watches like them daily, but like I don't watch Barstool, and I got sucked into this, man. And I've watched every single episode from every season of Surviving Bar. I went and watched season 1, and then I went and watched season 2, season 3. There's only one episode on YouTube. I don't know what happened with season 3, but then I went and watched season 4 to catch up, and it is ridiculous how entertained I am by these people. I don't even know these people, and I
They're
have
losers.
such
They're
strong
us.
opinions about who I like and who I don't like. And like I got some guy named Francis who went to Harvard who gives him a concussion from that. Like it just like I'm fainting on the
Is that the
floor.
accountant?
No.
No, but honestly, he's my favorite. I want him to win. But
Yeah, and it's like you're watching
Um,
Mincy, who's overweight drastically, a non-athlete to the highest degree,
hold on.
and you're rooting
on.
your ass
Time out.
off for this dude.
I'm gonna start describing people like that. This man is overweight drastically. Like, he's not just overweight; it's drastic how overweight this man.
It's
is.
even worse for this. It's even worse than this, John, because like I like sports because I played sports, but like until I started gambling like a year ago, I didn't care about sports anymore. And then I start watching their show and I start getting it. And now I'm watching this stupid thing that's just about them where they're going to give an employee $250,000. And I was like hitting Jeanette last night on the knee when they were scoring buckets, throwing the body armor bottle into another fucking jug. I was stoked.
Yeah.
I don't care about sports.
I've never rooted, and like I'm rooting against the guys that used to play in the NFL. Like I'm rooting against those guys for people I don't know at all, and it's just because I like them more. I don't want those guys to win, and then it made me think. We are really off topic, but we need to find a way. We need to contact Sevon and Hiller and find a way. They can move mountains, those two. Okay, we need to find a way to survive in the locker room and where we're voting off people, because that would pull more people in than freaking Taylor versus the world. I really believe it would. Like,
and that's why I wrote the article that I wrote. And I don't want CrossFit to turn into that, because it is like, it's a clown, like reality TV show. It's garbage television, but it's still more compelling than the action. That's why in Hiller's article about Erica, in the end, I said there was 6 minutes and 15 seconds of workout footage in that documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Hiller texted me after. He goes, 6 minutes, 15 seconds. That's it. And I was like, that's it, dude. Because guess
6 minutes
what?
talking about what she eats.
It's a 45-minute video.
Yeah.
It's
it was
because
awesome.
you care about it was It was the best documentary we've had in 10 years. And it's because we care about the story of who Erica is more than we care how fast she works out.
And
We
you'll
wanna
care
be
more about
more like
rooting for her
that.
next year
Mhm.
because
After
of that.
this show, she became one of my top favorite
not
athletes
because she's
immediately.
great at whatever. It's literally because of that type of stuff. It's because she dropped the dumbbells.
It's very.
It's not
weird how
because she
alike
didn't
we
qualify. It's
are.
because she struggled with a specific event, like a specific moment. Like that's why you root for her. It's not because like she was so close and she would, just missed out. Like there's more to it. And I struggle to see people getting that hyped up about watching somebody do thrusters.
That you made a great point about this on Sevons, because you said that the semifinals were more entertaining than the games, and it was a loud and liver crowd than at the games on Sunday. And that's true because there's shit at risk. People are not going to continue the season anymore. And you're watching storylines play out. You're watching people fail. You're watching Erica drop the dumbbells, and you feel for her in that moment. That's what we care about.
Right. We don't care about the second heat out of 3 on Sunday.
We care about the big powerhouse.
We care about the podium, right? And hopefully it's close. But we don't care who comes 11th versus 12th versus 13th. Unless you're rooting for Austin Hatfield to become exactly on John's pick, or you're rooting for Gracie Walton to be the highest ranked rookie on the female side. Like that's what you're rooting for.
Like prop bets that you
right.
bet on, like you're betting on sports,
because you have favorites that you're rooting for.
Yeah.
Becca Fuselier. Or how do you say her last name?
Fuselier.
Fuselier.
Becca Fuselier at the Capitol.
Rebecca Fuselier.
She got dead last. Tell me it's about competition. No, it was about her getting up that hill.
Right.
And willing herself to get the bag that weighed as much as she did up that hill.
Yeah.
It's about Boz questioning her, going down there saying, hey, do you think you can do this? Because we didn't put a cap on it for a reason, right? But like,
this bus is loading up.
We can't be here for 2 hours, girl. Like, do you think you can do this? And her be, oh man, I must be going real slow. What are they thinking about that?
Yeah. I mean, hopefully we can get Will on. Maybe he can explain some more. Hopefully we get some more information on it.
Yeah, I DM'd him. I got left unread.
It's
just saying.
A lot of headway being made.
I got sources out there. Will's not one of them. So he's not great. He's a great guy, but he did leave me on.
Not to you. So maybe he can come out there when we get some more information on. Before we do that, though, important in the day, we got some blind rankings. I like this one better than last week. So let's do that. Oh.
Who is that guy?
Huh? I don't know. It's Hiller with the camera.
And a crazy ass hat.
A Spanish Arm and Hammer.
It's a good looking dude. Let's see.
With the Jerry curl.
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second here. All right, here we go. This week's topic, it's always relevant. The next Hiller doc should be with.
Tell me there's some good ones in here.
I like this a lot.
Who should Hiller go see next? Who do we think?
I'm going to wait for names. I'm going to give my honest opinion the second I see them.
All right, here we go. First one. Anil Akai.
I think he's an interesting fellow that we just don't know a lot about. I would say 3 because
I was gonna
hedge our bets. Put him in the middle.
Yes,
I like that. I was gonna go 4.
I think Annual's probably really interesting. Like if we actually try to, not watch his fitness and just get to know him. Like I bet he strikes me as a guy who's actually like really funny in person.
Yeah, I'll go 3.
Go 3. Okay.
Like these people, like I'm saying, I get it, but you don't know anything about him. I bet you he's very funny in person.
He's been interesting when he shows up on the shows.
Yeah. And I just remember him at SoCal when he won the clean ladder against Medeiros. Like he was just so excited. And like,
That's what I was thinking when Erica was on, was like, we've never had an interview that like that much came out, and like we did a little prompting,
Mhm.
and it's like it's always with the interesting characters where that happens.
Yeah, it wasn't. It started with a question about the documentary of the games, and the next thing you know, we're talking about wrestling
Yeah.
Ovaltine does magical
or
things,
balls
man.
or Ovaltine. Like you had.
Listen, Ovaltine talk puts people at ease, and then they just they open up.
No, that's what your job is next time. Next up, Hadi Kanyo, a fellow
I like
Canadian.
Hattie. We know a little bit more about her. She's Canadian. She seems to like the outdoor stuff. I probably put her at
Coaches
4.
at her affiliate, big in the
coach.
CrossFit affiliate.
She seems to have a balanced point of view.
Hattie just strikes me as the type of person that has everything kind of locked down. Like she's got everything. She's got her ducks in a row.
That's a nice way of saying it.
But you know what I mean?
Like, interesting.
Yeah. I don't think like in an Ariel Lowen kind of a way. I don't think an Ariel Lowen doc would be very interesting because I think she just has everything down pat. Like I think she's a mom this time. She works out here. Joel comes to the garage. We joke around with Dylan. That's every video of Ariel Lowen, right? But and that's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, she's kind of just got it all figured out. Like it just feels like she just, and I don't know anything about Hattie like that, but I get that vibe from her.
I get the feeling on that. I would still say 4.
Yeah, no, I'm good with 4. I'm good with 4.
All right. Somebody's going to be worse than Hattie Kanyo. Next up, Bailey Martin.
Oh man, I like him a lot. I don't want to say 1.
I give him a 2. He's damn funny. He's so funny.
Yeah. I think a Bailey doc would be amazing.
It would just be a comedy show the entire time.
It would be so funny. Bailey he's very what's the word when you talk bad about yourself a lot?
You struggled this last week.
I did.
Self-deprecating.
Self-deprecating. Yeah. He's very self-deprecating. I that word is not in my head at all, man. I never remember what that word is. Yeah, he's very self-deprecating.
All right, you guys left yourself 1 and 5.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully there's an obvious direction on both of these. We'll see. Amy Kringle.
5.
Oh man, that was easy, huh? Okay.
I heard her interview with Sevon, and I immediately was like, "It's got nothing for me."
She televises a lot of her life already. Like her Instagram, like it's one of those where the friggin' storylines are like, she makes a lot of posts. Yeah.
Okay.
I like Amy Kringle, but
you like her
not
as
more
the
than
athlete more than the person. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying I don't like her as a person, but like to go out and spend resources to get people to film her, I would rather Hattie or Aniel over Amy.
Danny Spiegel is not in this.
Oh man,
should
the
be
crowd wants. I actually think Danny Spiegel would be amazing.
Easy number 1.
Danny hates Hiller. I think, I think he could win her over. I do, and I think that would be
or not.
Only entertainment would come either way.
I don't think Hiller
would come from that.
I don't think Hiller should film it. Somebody should go with Hiller to film it with those two.
And he should surviving Andrew Hiller.
Be a documentary of the documentary.
And just
right.
No, and he's just like, hey, I'm gonna live here for a week.
Yeah,
that's it.
We're
get
roomies.
The pumpkins.
Guess
out.
what?
Get the pumpkins out. Let's go.
All right. Number 1. Who Hiller should go visit next? Gracie Walton.
Great job. Camp killed it. You don't think so? You don't like Gracie?
I like Gracie
Walton.
I would have put her at 3.
Why? I think Gracie's great.
It's like my thing with Danielle. Like with
Brandon?
Aniel.
Yeah. Okay.
No, with Danielle, like and partying with Danielle, that whole talk we had, like you don't know what's gonna happen. And I get that feeling with both Bailey and Aniel, and I don't get that with Gracie.
Okay. That's fair. I think that's our differences in in entertainment in that aspect. You know what I mean? I could care
Yeah,
less
yeah,
about party stories. I don't.
It's not just about the party. It's about, it's like you went to WWE.
Yeah, but
Like
that's
that.
that's I don't. So okay, but what you're describing is not what Erica Folo just did.
Yeah, to me it is. It's the same. It's that weird shit happens in your life.
Okay, I more see it as like this one time at band camp. Like I see it like that. Like I was so drunk and I did this or like, you know what I mean? I'm like, you just give story on story on story. I bet the real story was like half of what you're telling, and I just don't care. I don't care for fakeness. I think that happens a lot when people tell party stories. I don't care at all. I don't think that's real.
I think if you go with Daniel, it might a party story might happen live on camera.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that about Annual or Bailey. It's just like I hear one or two of them and then I'm done. You know what I mean? I don't. That's the whole thing.
I think
Gracie,
Bailey, I think Bailey
Zane's so super funny. I just like Gracie.
Yeah, I don't think it's. Yeah, I think Bailey could be a good one just from his ups and downs of the games, right? Like I think that'd be a good, interesting discussion. Aniel, I think, is up and coming. We don't know anything about him. I think Gracie to the like Dane or Zane, Gracie like interaction, I think would be good. So
I don't hate the list. I think we did pretty good.
yeah. Barry McCockner, last try. What's the Albany tweet?
Albany.
So if you didn't see it, I posted on
Albany,
Twitter
the capital of
about
New York?
Albany.
I apologize to absolutely nobody.